Hey, hey guys, can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Please confirm. Okay, I'll just wait for a response. Right. Welcome everyone for in this powerful evening. I am Shekhar Suman, and I'm just waiting for everyone else to join. Okay. So special episode, special session for all of you, and today we have placement for industrial bioinformatics. Hi Ankush, hi Harish. I think we were just talking on WhatsApp. Harish, Tanveen, hi, and everyone. Please confirm in chat if you guys can hear me. LinkedIn, say hi. Instagram, hello, and of course YouTube, our very own home. Chaitra, hello Ankush, hello Shama, and everyone. So special session with the Quantumzyme team. And before we get started, a small brief about what's this all about. Okay, so you guys will be like, okay, what's this? What's placement? What's industrial bioinformatics? So let's start with the first things first. We all know that computers have infiltrated biology, right? Of course. And now that bioinformatics, powered by artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum biology, all that is coming, right? So how can we forget our very own company, which starts with quantum, right? Quantumzyme. Well, a brief about the company I'm going to tell you, but before that, I want to highlight this fact that internships are very important. How many of you agree? Let me know in the chat box. How many of you agree? So internships are very important. But when it comes to industrial internship, that's the golden exposure which we all need, right? As freshers, as you're getting started with your career. So that's one side of it. But another side of it is companies are looking only for experienced candidates. Okay. In fact, just today I was making a video where I said that the problem with biotech companies is they don't have the bandwidth and stamina and energy to train somebody from scratch and then ask them to work, because they expect that from you by default. So that is where many of my students, many of the subscribers of Biotechnica miss out, right? So we didn't wanted that to happen, right? So what we really did is, so Quantumzyme was hiring and they wanted experienced candidates, and I convinced the CEO sir, Dr. Naveen Kulkarni sir, that why don't we give chance to freshers? But he said, hey, if they're not trained, if they're not tailor made for our requirements, it's gonna be problem. So I said, okay, so how can we solve that? So he said, if somebody can train it, then we can absorb. And that is where this particular industrial bioinformatics internship was born. So this conversation happened somewhere around, I think, November in one of the iBio meetings on the sidelines. And then we launched this industrial bioinformatics training cum placement program with guaranteed placement. And I'm happy to inform you that 8 candidates from Biotechnica, after taking this training, have been successfully placed into Quantumzyme. Out of those 8, 4 of our subscribers are going to join Quantumzyme tomorrow, that is 1st of February. So just to celebrate this occasion and just to let you know that we are going to, so Quantumzyme is quite impressed and they're going to hire on Biotechnica's platform from now on exclusively. So in case you are interested, you can always come up with for those placement guaranteed Quantumzyme programs which we'll be having, and then you can directly get placed. So more about who got placed later, but let's join hands to welcome our very own Dr. Naveen Kulkarni sir. Welcome to the session, sir. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Shekhar. I'm fine. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm doing great. So, a bit about Naveen, sir. So, he is a part of the Vision Group of Science and Technology in Karnataka. He's the CEO of Quantumzyme. He's one of the trustees of iBiome, and a lot. And he has done so many things for the life science ecosystem of Bangalore, Karnataka, as well as India, that probably I'll need a separate session for that. But hey, this session is all about industrial bioinformatics and industrial internship. So, sir, before I bring up other panelists, I would quickly jump on to ask this question. How important do you think industrial internships are for our audience? Over to you, sir.
Well, I think we have to accept the fact that the education system, and especially the academic curriculum that's out there,
That's right.
it definitely gives a lot of basics. But the biggest gap that we see is the hands-on training.
Right.
Whatever it is, now I'm specifically talking about biotech itself. A lot of these hands-on training is missing, or it may not have been done, or due to whatever reasons. When we start looking at fresh graduates coming out of college, we
Mm-hmm.
always have the biggest challenge in terms of the basic aspects of their skills. Because when we
Right.
hire fresh out of college, we don't expect them to be highly skilled and highly trained and all of that. What
Right.
we expect is that what they have studied, they should know that very well. And that knowledge comes from application by
Right.
trying to solve some real world problems. And that is where the industrial training programs or internships and these kind of platforms help students to understand what they have learned and how that can be applied to real world problems, right?
Very true.
We all know, thanks to the Marvel universe, the quantum,
Mm-hmm.
the quantum realm, quantum world. But believe me, yeah, I mean, it's all fantasy. The real thing is what happens here at an atomic level, the reaction that happens, and various parameters that actually constitute in making a
Mm-hmm.
reaction happen. Those are the kind of things that we know actually, and these are not very advanced or anything like that. These are 30, 40, 50-year old techniques, calculations, which
Very
we
true.
have briefly, sort of passed through in our high school chemistry, physics, biology, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the real application is where it matters. And that is why the industrial training or internships, these are very, very critical. And I really hope that many students actually acquire these skills by finding good places and learning those things. And even from, you also mentioned about the government of Karnataka. I'm part of the skill development committee
Right.
for biology in the Karnataka government. And one of
Right.
the things that minister said is the challenge that they face today is the employability of students graduating.
Mm-hmm.
And that employability can be addressed by industry participating as well as students taking it up more seriously. We
Right.
don't know how the systems are today, that they may have time, they may not have time, and some colleges or universities may not permit students spending so much time full time in a place, but that's very essential. Somehow we have to sort of put up a fight, or students have to do that and convince their parents, HODs, or whoever it is, that this is an opportunity that I really want to learn, and then take it up. That's what I feel, and I greatly appreciate Biotechnica for taking the initiative
Thank you.
and doing this great job, and the way you have been able to enlighten and train and share knowledge with these students or the potential scientists or
Right.
the potential discoverers, patent holders, all of these great things that they will do eventually.
Of
You
course.
have created a very good platform and
Thank you.
an
Thank you so
opportunity
much.
for all of these people to
Right.
move forward in their life.
Right, right. That's very true. And sir, I firmly believe that today's fresher student is going to be the senior scientist of tomorrow. But he has to be given the right opportunities. The right opportunities are not flowing in front of him. He will just keep thinking that the tortoise could not climb the tree, but actually tortoise expertise is something else. So yeah, that's very true. So now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take our spare our time for two more panelists who are going to join us now from Quantumzyme office, Dr. Ankita Tripathi and Sabhita. Hi there, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Right. So a bit about Dr. Ankita. So Ankita is, if I'm not wrong, from Noida, right? You are from North India, but then
Yeah, I'm
you are
here.
you are working as an in silico scientist at
Yeah,
Quantumzyme.
yeah, yeah.
Could you tell a bit about yourself, your career so far?
Okay, so basically, my myself is Dr. Ankita Tripathi, and I have the pleasure of working as a scientist in Quantumzyme. And so, where we bridge the gap between the current research and the real life challenges. So,
Hmm.
basically, in my PhD work, I have worked on investigating the mechanism of enzyme. So, how enzyme work. But somewhere I've learned many techniques and tools during my PhD. But
Right.
somewhere there was a lack of the reality phase. So, like, what is the real application of this research? So, now, fast forward to today, I find myself applying all those skills that I've learned in my PhD to solve this practical challenge in the industrial landscape. So, it is a complete transition from the academia and the, you can say, industry. So, now I can comment on the thing like what is the difference between this academia and the this industry. So,
Mhm.
in this academia world, it demands a lot of literature source and lot of time to go deep into the interesting idea found in the current research. But when you step into the world of the industry, it's like switching to the faster pace. Now we are not just exploring the idea; we are turning them into the real solution that tackles the actual challenges in the world. So this is the experience that I am having from the transition from the academia to the industry. So it's a nice experience.
Wonderful. That was really insightful, Dr. Ankita. Coming to Sabita, if you could throw some light on what kind of work you guys are doing and about yourself. I think your
Uh,
mic is. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, I think I'm audible now.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, um, I actually joined Quantumzyme as an intern itself,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, I would like to share my experience as an intern, and gradually I was given an research assistant position over here.
Wow.
So as Naveen sir previously mentioned. In my college times, I always felt a lacuna of practical experience. So I
Right.
always wanted to apply whatever I was learning. And
Mm-hmm.
that opportunity, Quantumzyme gave me that opportunity. So
Right.
when I came here, I did know few techniques, I did know few theories, but I never knew how to apply them or where I have to, how I have to apply them, or what is the benefit of all of that. And then
Right.
coming here, I met a really, really very good team, and my seniors they guided me through my internship process, and then I could learn a lot of new techniques and a lot of new theories and how to apply them and everything. And
Right.
then yeah, eventually gradually those days of internship, my learning helped me to get converted as an research assistant over here, and I'm really enjoying my time in
Wow.
content.
Wow. Wow. So, congratulations to you, Savita. That's really great to know that you joined as an intern. Now you're working as a research assistant, and hopefully you will keep progressing in your career. All the best for that. So, audience, you can see that there's a live example in front of you. Dr. Ankita, who is working as a senior scientist there in Quantumzyme, CEO sir himself, Dr. Naveen Kulkarni is here, and Savita, who was an intern and now she has been absorbed as a regular research assistant there. So you can see that Quantumzyme is here to revolutionize, biology and chemistry at the quantum level. I'm told that they are working on the enzyme catalysis at the quantum level. So anyone among you would like to throw some light on the work which Quantumzyme is doing, the great work which Quantumzyme is doing, if you can throw some light.
Yeah.
Uh,
See,
yeah, good.
yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Sure,
No,
you can.
I was about to refer your name as well and Sabita's,
Okay,
because you
Go
okay.
guys
ahead.
are the real soldiers out there and doing stuff. Yeah.
True, true. Go
See,
ahead.
so whatever reaction that is important for our current challenges, so they are the chemical reactions and all. So we are more focused on the greener approach. So we see the enzymes, and we take that chemical reaction, and we check whether with the enzyme we can proceed with that. By that way, we eliminate many of the pathway, the intermediate steps that are required in a particular reaction, and by that way we eliminate the side product that are hazardous. So at overall, we can say that we work in a greener approach by
Right.
taking the enzyme into the picture, and we take the reaction with the enzymatic pathway. And we
Wow.
also check its in vitro study, and we see like whether we have proposed the right thing, and
Right.
what is really
Right. Okay. So Naveen sir, would you like to add something here?
Uh, no, I think Ankita has mentioned it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal is to solve problems in chemical
Mm-hmm.
reactions. Very
Okay.
surprisingly, we have seen so many reactions that are, uh, I would say, uh, um, inefficient, and sometimes they yield very less product, and
True.
they have to use these catalysts and various different criteria like high temperature, pressure, and all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So when we replace those catalysts with enzyme, then
Right.
enzymes are biological molecules,
Of course.
and they don't need these high temperature, pressure, and all of these external factors.
Right.
Because a funny thing I was explaining someone recently, if you
Mm-hmm.
think of a catalyst, let's say a metal catalyst, it is like you can name anything. Uh, Palladium is an example. Ruthenium is another example. So if you look at some of these, any of these catalysts at a molecule level, not
Mm-hmm.
atomic, molecule level, they are much smaller than the reactants in the reaction. Okay,
Right.
but when you substitute that with an enzyme,
Mm-hmm.
enzyme is maybe as big as a large mansion, you know, and then the chemicals or the reactants,
Mm-hmm.
they have to enter into the enzyme like how we enter our house. And let's say if they're hungry, they have to find the kitchen, and they have to go in a particular direction, particular way, and then the reaction happens. So
Correct.
there is a lot of things that goes on when you consider replacing a chemical catalyst or a metal catalyst or an
True.
inorganic catalyst with an enzyme that is a biological molecule, which is
Mm-hmm.
very, very huge, and a lot of information is unknown at this point of time. And
Mm-hmm.
that is what you learn when you do these bioinformatics methods, techniques, and at a deeper level, the place, the physical position where the reaction happens. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of things happen.
Right.
Large fluctuations here and there, polarity, multiple things happen there. That's
Correct.
why we use things like quantum mechanics, molecular dynamics. So these are all the techniques. And again, mind you, these are not very new. These have been there probably 50 years or more.
Right.
The application in a particular specific area is something that is new. And that's what we do at quantum science in terms of
Right.
making a reaction greener, contributing positively to the environment, and
Right.
yeah, in the end it's a business, right? So we also have to ensure that it makes commercial sense, and
Right.
that is the application of what we learn in our college and how it is translated into an opportunity.
Of course, of course. So that was really insightful, sir. And to our audience, you can see here what you studied as a theory in your college. You have to apply it in a commercial space and create a value out of it. And that value, once created, is sold to the world. That's how a lot of revenue is generated. Companies like Quantumzyme grow, and you also grow as a employee in such companies. Now, to get started, the first and the biggest hurdle as a fresher you're going to face is obviously you are a fresher. Wherever you will go, they'll say, "Hey, you are a fresher. Do you have any reference? Do you have any experience?" And that's how you keep suffering. So companies like Quantumzyme have come forward to solve this problem on Biotechnica's platform. It is not that this problem is new, but the approach which Quantumzyme followed is revolutionary. And I want to really commend the initiative by Naveen sir and his team. So we were into this one of the iBiome meetings where we were discussing this problem which the freshers face. And I proposed this, that why don't companies outsource their training program to companies like Biotechnica? We will train and place the student right there with you. And then sir took me on the sideline and said, why don't we do this? Let's do it. And that is where this particular idea was born. We came together in December, we launched this program. January, we initiated the classes, training program was initiated. And then we had 8 students who took the training, and they are joining in batches of 4. 4 students will join as an intern in Quantumzyme tomorrow. Okay. And the remaining 4 will join in March. So you can see here, we could train you and then we could successfully place you. And the best part, Quantumzyme team is highly impressed by the training which Biotechnica gave, and they have agreed to conduct more such training programs in the future. So even though you missed the first batch, you can take the next batch and you can get placed in Quantumzyme. Now, Quantumzyme says that they will first, absorb you into the company. You will work there for 6 months, and then they will absorb you as a regular employee if your performance is good. So this is how this particular program works. So I'll share my screen now, and I will show up those 4 students. Unfortunately, I could not get the photo of the 4th one, but yes, I do have the photo of the 3 students. You can see this on your screen here. So these 3, and of course the 4th one is Glenn, whose photo I don't have right now. So 4 students have been successfully placed by Biotechnica. These 4 are joining Quantumzyme tomorrow, 1st of February, as an intern. And I'm so happy to tell you that this is one of the most powerful trainings we ever conducted. In fact, the challenge which was given to us was to train students in an industrial setup, because it is industrial bioinformatics, not an easy job. And our trainers did a very good job. And now tomorrow, they're going to join over there. So I was having another similar conversation with Team Quantumzyme. So they said they have similar requirements in molecular biology also. Now, that means if you have experience in molecular biology, you can join the training program of Biotechnica in molecular biology whenever we announce that, and then you can get placed in Quantumzyme. So Quantumzyme is a growing company. They have a lot of requirements in bioinformatics, quantum biology, quantum chemistry, as well as molecular biology, and they are on a lookout for experienced candidates. And how do you gain experience is by taking the training at Biotechnica. And since we have a direct agreement with Quantumzyme, we will straight away, without any delay, place you in Quantumzyme. Once you are placed over there, you work there for 6 to 8 months, you gain experience, and of course, if you are good, they absorb you as a regular employee. I think this is a win-win-win situation, because all the 3 parties win. Biotechnica wins, of course, because we could place our subscribers. You win because you got the job, and Quantumzyme wins because they got a good employee like you. So what say, guys? Let me know in the comment section. In the meanwhile, I would like to invite Dr. Ankita to throw some light on in silico work which you are doing over there. If you could share some insights on that.
Okay, so basically, we are in we use some techniques like docking and all, and we discover the enzyme for a particular reaction. First, we check for the reaction. What is the basic reaction and all, and
Right.
so accordingly we see what is the main like favorable enzyme can be the candidate for that, and accordingly we study. So better picture can be given by the Savyata. She is actually, I joined recently, so she will give you the better picture. So
Wonderful. Right. So, Savita, if
accordingly,
you could throw some light on this.
Yeah, yeah. So as Ankita was telling, basically as we started introduction, we are trying to find enzymes. We are trying to find a greener route for a particular chemical reaction. So that greener route is through enzyme. So how do we find? So there are a lot of enzymes in the if you take the NCBI database, there are a lot of enzymes. So first we need to discover the enzyme that is apt for this particular reaction, as Ankita was mentioning.
Right.
And then we cannot be sure that this enzyme is going to work for that particular reaction. So we need to do a set of analysis. So we do docking studies, we do ND simulations, and many enhanced sampling techniques in order to understand how that particular enzyme can be beneficial for the reaction that we are focusing on. So this is a very general view of what we do over here. But yeah, it is a very challenging thing. Also, it is easier to just say because it
Right.
involves a lot of literature search. It involves a lot of trial. Sometimes we don't succeed. Sometimes,
We
so
do.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So it has a lot of trials, and yeah, we do keep trying.
Right, right. Wonderful. So, the audience, I hope you have got a lot of insights about what is the work Quantumzyme is doing, what is the initiative which Biotechnica has taken. Now is the time for a Q&A. So, let's get started by the questions. So, you guys can ask your questions in the chat box. I'll display it on the screen, and then our panelists will reply it one by one. So, let's start with the first question, which was there. Okay. Uh, Let me just pull that out. Please provide some ideas about internship for bioinformatics students. So, anybody would like to take up that question?
I think already Sabhyata has stated it. Uh, we do multiple techniques and methods, and we provide live projects. That is the projects that we are currently doing, working on
Right,
for our own purpose, product development, or for customer purpose. So I
right,
think that's already been given. We can look
right.
into some of the questions
Okay.
asked.
So I would like to add a point here. Biotechnica conducts multiple bioinformatics internship. One of them we conduct exclusively for Quantumzyme. So you can choose whichever suits you. If you are a beginner, you can go for the basics. If you are experienced candidate, you can go for the advanced ones. And if you want to get placed, then you can go for the Quantumzyme exclusive internships which we run, and then you can get placed in Quantumzyme itself. Right. So let's move on to the next question, which is from an international student, Green Look. I'm not sure what's your name. How to join from Bangladesh? So okay, you can always join the courses from Bangladesh because you are, it's online. But I'm not sure if Quantumzyme would be ready to absorb an international candidate. Would that be possible, sir?
Yeah, I mean we are very open for taking students.
Right, right.
This is my personal feeling that uh, online can only go so far.
Correct.
Uh, you can learn, you can do a few things, and have sessions and all that. But I think in the early stages, it is better that any international student can come here to
Right,
quantum time, and it's not just about doing a task that is given or interacting in a very formal way over the video. It is
right.
about being able to ask a question when you're stuck. Just turn your head and say, "Hey, Sabita, can you tell me this calculation whether it is right or wrong?" and so on. Right. So that is the learning that you can get by being physically here. That said, already I think we did conduct one workshop with Biotechnica sometime
Right.
back,
We did. Yes.
and that was a learning for us as well. We do have many more things that we plan to do as well. Both basics. Last time we did all basics of docking, various kinds of docking, and some very introductory, I think, sessions on molecular dynamics. We can go slightly more deeper on the molecular dynamics training,
Right.
and have more like a 2 hours session, a continuous 2 hour session, a little
True.
bit more input, and then they get a lot more insights into it. And those who complete that, then we can do another week long kind of a course on advanced molecular dynamics approaches and so on. So we can do certain things online. But yeah, I would sincerely hope that you can make it and be here and get
Yeah.
the feel, the energy that's out here.
In fact, we had a student who wanted to join from Uganda. I'm not sure what happened after that, but yeah, he wanted to join from Uganda, come down here for this particular course. So yeah, that's a
Okay.
very good idea. We can always do. Let's move on to the next question, which we have now. What are the benefits of internship? So I've answered this question multiple times. Let the industry professionals answer. So over to you guys, if you would like to answer this.
I would say Sabita is the best person to say this.
Yeah.
She is one of the most sought after uh, RA in Quantumzyme. She's done some amazing work, and
Right.
shortly I hope that she'll also publish some papers on the
Wonderful.
amazing work that's happened. Yeah, I think she's the right person to answer that.
Yeah. So Savita.
If you're talking about benefits of internship, it is obviously very beneficial because when you're in college, you basically know theories, and it is very important to know how to apply those theories. And internship will give you an opportunity for that. And as an intern, you have a chance to make mistakes actually, because there are seniors who can correct you and guide you through. So you'll get a guidance. There is a path for you, a path which is defined for you. And doing internships is important like this. Yeah, and you get to learn a lot actually. You get to know how to interact and how to present. It is a very different experience in itself. So when I was here, I was given chance to present the projects, and it was a very different experience from what we do in college. And you get to know what how industry actually works. So yeah, I hope I have summed it up well.
Yeah, of course. That was a great insight here. So I think I should highlight this fact that Savita herself did an internship and then finally she got a job also. So this is a very good example that it helps you get started. Somewhere you have to get started with ABCD, right? That's ABCD, and then it translates into a good career. So yeah, why not? All right, so let's move on to the next question which we have. So Aryan says this is a really good initiative from Biotechnica. Thank you, Aryan. Okay, let's look at the next question. So we have more compliments than question today. What happened, guys? Start asking questions. Can a fresh graduate with zero experience join graduated with BSc Biotechnology? So BSc Biotechnology, are they eligible for the intern position in a Quantumzyme?
I think Shekhar, you can answer that yourself because it is already in action.
Right, right. So yeah, first you have to get your masters right. That will be much better because otherwise PSC candidates will be a little less knowledgeable in when it comes to the industrial exposure, which experience which is required or the thing. But yeah, that's what my answer would be. Okay. Next question: do Quantumzyme take dissertation students for training, and if so, how do we apply? Aryan.
Again, I think Shekhar, you can manage that whole thing. Like Shekhar mentioned earlier, it's
Right.
an exclusive arrangement with Biotechnica. So please reach
Yes.
out to Biotechnica, and then they will give you all the directions and guidance.
Yes.
And
So you can contact
I'm
us.
happy to be of support. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So you can contact us and we'll guide you on how to do that. Okay. Next question. All right. From Mr. Scientist. I'm doing MBA in digital transformation. How can bioinformatics contribute to industrial 4.0 revolution? Over to you guys. Scientist with MBA. Yeah.
Uh, it's very hard to answer that question, to be honest, because it's a very broad question.
Right.
Uh, we are a very, I would say, scientific field. You know, the overall biotech as an industry, or any company that is a biotech company. So a small thing can make a big difference. Any drug that is coming out today in the world,
Right.
There has been now at least 30 to 40% through bioinformatics. Okay, and think about COVID. A lot of work has gone behind that, behind the scenes, in terms of coming up with the vaccine. And there is a lot of bioinformatics that has already gone behind. We ourselves published a paper on COVID, and you can look it up and you will see. So it has to be taken case by case, and without doubt, bioinformatics is a very significant part of anything that is happening in the biotech industry. Okay, today we have CRISPR, Cas, all of those things coming, but now they want to modify that to do very, very specific type of gene editing, and it's not easy to do all of that only in the lab, that is in vitro. So we have to engage a lot of bioinformatics work. So like that, there are various fields. So this can be a day-long session only about that.
Right.
But probably, I hope I have answered some of it. But it's very generic. Many of your colleagues already in the chat can even give better answers than me, I think.
Right. And to sum it up, let me answer that question by saying that bioinformatics, when you club it with AI ML, you are looking at a real revolution, definitely. There's no doubt about it, but only time can tell how, in what shape and form and direction it will take. But yeah, the time is right for that. Okay, there's a next important question, which is from Aryan again. Are the Quantumzyme exclusive programs free for all? So let me answer that question for you, Aryan. It is not free. And why it is not free, I'll tell you. You cannot have a MIT scientist come in and train you and expect nothing from you, correct? Throughout your education, you have paid your fees the same way. You have to pay the fees, take the training, and this training comes up with a placement guarantee, which your college, which your university failed to give. So, at a fraction or a decimal of that cost, if you are able to get a placement and shed off the fresher's tag, then I believe it's worth the money, right? So, I think this is how it should be looked at. It is not free. And why it is not? Because if you want to, earn something in future, then you have to invest something in yourself today, right? So this is an investment in yourself, Aryan, and for everyone. So next question by Pradyumesh Gupta, how can I join the internship? So Pradyumesh, we conduct this internship. Now we have a permission from Quantumzyme. The first time was experiment, and you can see the result of the experiment in front of you. Actually four students have been placed there. The fourth one is Glenn, but I don't have her photo yet. But other three is in front of you. We have trained them and we have successfully placed. Four students will join on 1st of February and four will join in March, hopefully. And their training is going on. So now that we have been successfully been able to train in place, we have a permission to conduct this on a rolling basis as and when they have a requirement. So we'll keep informing you through our social media channels as well as email newsletter whenever there is a requirement in Quantumzyme and you can apply. You can pay the fees at Biotechnica, take the training, and then get a guaranteed placement in Quantumzyme and work there. Now, Prademesh asked, is it online or offline? The training is online, but when you get the job or the intern thing, it will be offline. Okay. What is the process to get into this program for a freshly graduate student? I'm sorry, guys, I'm hijacking the thing because this is more related to the program. So yeah, what is the process? We will, circulate the details of this notification in social media as well as in our newsletter. You can go in, pay the fees, enroll yourself, and the next batch for this will start in February again. So you can enroll yourself. There are two programs which is going to start for Quantumzyme. One will be bioinformatics and another will be for molecular biology. Once we have trained you, we will place you there. Okay. What is the scope of students who have done masters in genetics? Please let me know. Now, this can be for the panelists. Over to you guys if you would like to answer.
I'll not go into details of that because then we will be deviating a lot from what we're doing today. We will restrict this around bioinformatics. But however,
Right.
there is a lot of scope for people who have done genetics. We do know a lot of people who worked with us or before this, who are in various areas like forensics and diagnostics and various places like NIMANS and hospital-related research and so on. So there is a definitely very good scope for that as well.
Right, right. So let's move on to the next question. I think this is for the panelists. Can I know if we can do, or what can we do as a research topic, including both bioinformatics and plant biotechnology, by Kavya Sri? Over to the panelist.
There is a lot of work. Again, it's so broad
Right.
that multiple things can be done. Right from, let us say, you if you know about QTL studies, or you can combine in terms of expression studies with bioinformatics, and you can look at various types of variants, plant variants that are coming, resistant variants, either to infections or to the environmental or climatic conditions and so on. So there are various groups in ICAR, and
Mm-hmm.
I think even the horticulture department, they have programs very specific to these kind of things. It's up to you to decide on the type of crop, type of application, and you will find that there is ample information available.
Right. So next question is from Anuj Rana, and that is internship for microbiology. So Anuj, that will be a separate topic. We'll take up next time. But for now, it is all about bioinformatics internship. Next question: I have done BSc botany. Can I take MSc, do bioinformatics, and what is the scope of it as a career? Can we become computational biologist? Question by Rishikesh. Over to the panelist.
I'll probably let Ankita answer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, obviously you can do masters in bioinformatics. By that way, you get, since this bioinformatics is a complete mixture of biology and informatics. So obviously you can do MSc with bioinformatics, where you get an insight from the mathematical tool and the computational data science and the biology, and you can get the answer of deep biological aspects. So obviously you can do masters with bioinformatics and have a career in as a, what you said.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers your question. Next question is from uh, Ankush, and he says, "What are we going to learn in this internship?" So Ankush, we had shared the modules in our course details. You can check that out. If you don't have it, you can just drop me a mail at shekhar@biotechnica.org or call our toll-free number 1-800-1200-1818, and they will guide you. Okay. So moving on, which MSc should I do? Suggestions. Okay, that's a career guidance question, Mendi. You can get in touch with me later. Okay. So Shama Sayed, do Quantumzyme take students who have already done bioinformatics internship from other companies and have experience? Yeah. Over to the panelist, I think.
Of course, we are always looking. Uh,
Right.
there will be a rigorous interview process and video assessment. And if you fit the bill, then yeah, always.
Yeah. And you can always take training at Biotechnica and then get placed guaranteed. Even that is there. All right. So, as a fresher who have done hands-on experience in applied psychology and food technology, do I have any scope in Quantumzyme? But I'm more inclined towards food tech. Okay. Over to the panelist.
Yeah, currently we don't do anything at a high level of food technology.
Right.
We are working with a few customers who deal with flavors and enzymes and reactions connected to the flavor and fragrance industry.
Mhm.
So that's all the connect that we have from a food tech perspective. Food tech itself is quite vast and broad. You'll have
Right.
to be more specific. But yeah, maybe Quantumzyme is not the right place for him.
Right. So Ramya has a question. After 10 years gap, I have learned bioinformatics, 14 days course in Biotechnica. Can I also apply in Quantumzyme? Ramya, the course which you took was a different course. This particular course is customized for Quantumzyme. So if you apply here, there'll be a different set of training, and after that only you can get placed. So Quantumzyme has a different requirement. What you have done is not the same. Okay. So next question, Pradyumesh. I'm pursuing MTech Bioinformatics. Can I join this internship? I think yes, you can, right, sir?
Yep, sure.
Of course, of course. So just to tell our audience about the, you know, the total qualification thing which we are looking at for Quantumzyme, we are looking at MSc Biotechnology or Bioinformatics or MPharm. These kind of candidates we are looking at who should apply for this program, and then we will train them and place. So this is how it will be. Okay, but we are not looking at say MSc genetics or other plant science or something. You should have MSc biotech or core subjects. Okay, so coming to the next question which we have, give me some tips for transitioning the career from academia to industry. I have 2+ experience in academic research. Over to the panelist.
Yeah.
Sabhita. Okay, Ankita,
Thank you.
please.
Yeah.
As I told, since this is a internship program, so obviously Sabhita can answer more better because she was the intern from the academia to the industry, so she can answer it better.
Yes. Can you put up that question again? Sorry.
Sure, sure. It's right here.
Yeah, I think it is as if you can start as an intern over here, or if you have enough academia experience to what we do over here, I think it will be easy for you to shift from academia to industry. Um, but yeah, it depends on what you're experienced in, and if you want to do a career transformation, then you can always join as an intern, and I think that'll be very simple and easy for you.
All right. So next question from Rishikesh: how can you go for bioinformatics from a non-technical background like BSc botany, and what is the scope? Over to the panelist.
Uh, yeah, you can do this. See, I have done my MSc in organic chemistry and done my PhD in this bioinformatics. So it is completely okay. You can go for bioinformatics from non-technical background. So you can do that.
Yes, of course you can, because you know
It's just about your interest, your dedication, and commitment. So you can do
of course.
bioinformatics.
Of course. And to Rishikesh and everybody, the curriculum has been divided saying that this is physics, this is chemistry, this is biology. Nature does not signify or say that, okay, this is the border of physics, this is the border of chemistry, you can't go beyond, and beyond this is, biology. It is not India-Pakistan border. These are all interdisciplinary submerged together, and bioinformatics accelerates the process of discovery in these three. So you don't think that if you're a botany student, you are underprivileged, or you're a zoology student, you have studied something which cannot help you here. Bioinformatics is that small missing piece in your career which can revolutionize your career and at the same time revolutionize your research. So yeah, bioinformatics is a great addition to your career. You should go for it. Next question: I'm a student of MSc Biotechnology and I'm doing dissertation in protein prediction tools. Can I get a good job? Okay, over to the experts.
Again, Ankita,
Yeah,
please.
sure. You can get a good job. Obviously, you have this MSc biotechnology experience. So, and you are working on protein production tools. So obviously, you can get a good job. You can apply here. You can do internship, and depending upon the work, your input, you can have a good career option in Quantumzyme itself. So obviously, you can.
Right. Right. Next question is very crucial and critical question from Aryan. He says, I saw a bioinformatics internship tab on Quantumzyme website and I've submitted the application form there. Does the company itself accept applications as of today? So to answer that, Aryan, we have a direct agreement with Quantumzyme. So if you're taking our course, then we can directly place you. If you go directly, they will have a interview process, and then there will be a lot of training involved, and that is what is being outsourced to Biotechnica. We take care of the training and then we place you there. So that's, I hope that answers your question. Anything you would like to add, Naveen sir?
No, I think you're right. We have sort of, put it on Biotechnica right now,
Yes. So we'll
and
take care of
gives us,
it. Right.
yeah, it gives us a sort of a streamlined process,
Right.
and we get to plan, and we do it in batches, so that helps us to plan and the students as well as Biotechnica as well. So, if you applied, I'm sure you'll get a response that please reach out through Biotechnica.
Biotechnica. Even if you apply, you'll have to get a response. Come to Biotechnica. Okay. Next question is from Harini. MSc Biochemistry can join this internship. Uh, Harini, you can check the eligibility criteria on the webpage, which we will share. I'll ask the team to share in the chat box. And also, we are coming up with a molecular biology internship where you can apply, which will also place you in Quantumzyme. So that one you can probably try out. Okay. Next question, how many months will be the training program? So the training program will be 1 month, and then you will have to go for a 6 months internship in Quantumzyme. And then if you're good, they absorb you. If you're not good, they drop you. So keep that in mind. They may drop you if you're not good. Okay. So next one, Vidhi Saxena. I have already done masters in biotechnology 2017. Wow. Still searching for a job. What should I do now? Okay. Panelists, anybody would like to say something?
You you can apply to our company
Okay.
if you're.
Right. So you can always look out for jobs. You can, in fact, join Biotechnica's WhatsApp job assistance program, which we have. We can help you get placement. And of course, if you learn bioinformatics and you go through the process which we have created, it's like a tunnel which starts at Biotechnica and puts you in Quantumzyme. So it's like a vacuum tunnel. Go this side, come out that side as an intern. So yeah, you can always take that because you are MSc Biotechnology. Okay, Jennifer Mercy has a question. Just to remind all our audience, we have 9 minutes into the session. So whatever questions you have, please ask. Coming back to Jennifer, I have studied MSc microbiology. Recently, I have resigned my job as a lab technician in poultry breeding company. Is it possible to take the internship? So MSc microbiology, I'm not sure if, I don't think they are eligible, right, sir? MSc microbiology is not eligible.
Yeah, our preference is biotech and chemistry. We are even open for biochemistry and even with M-Pharma.
M-Pharma.
Because we look at strong basics, and
Right.
that's most important.
Right.
What we do here requires good understanding of the basics. Skills
True.
and techniques, that's just hard work. Okay, but application of those in a given situation requires that you have some relevant background. But I think, like Ankita said, always, you just have to make up your mind, and nothing can stop you.
True, very true. So the next question we have, so now I'm going to be selective with the questions because we have less time. Mahima has a question. For doing PhD in bioinformatics, is there any entrance exam? Of course, you have a CSIR net for that. Anything else do we have? Ankita, would you like to add something?
Yeah, obviously, CSIR.
CSIR, yeah, that's one. Okay, Kavita, I've done advanced diploma in bioinformatics in 2004 and taught bioinformatics in a college for 3 years. Wow. But afterwards, we have a gap in career. Can I re-enter the bioinfo field? Over to you, panelist.
It's never too late.
Yeah, of course.
So obviously, you
Yeah,
can. Yeah, it's never
yeah,
too late.
exactly. What you need to keep in mind is what is your competition. Okay.
Right.
When we have people coming out fresh or with experience continuously, I think you also have to decide how would you define yourself and why should somebody even hire you. It's everybody asks for job. I have asked for job as well. So it's not just about that. In the end, you have to think from the other side and
Mhm.
say, why me? Why would they take me? Why should it be me? And if you can demonstrate that, it's always there.
Right, right. So I hope that answers your question. Coming to now, as we have said, 4 students are joining tomorrow as a bioinformatics professional in Quantumzyme. The names are Prasanna, Durjoy, Jyoti, and Glenn. Glenn's photo I'm waiting still. But yeah, these are the 4 students who will be joining tomorrow in Quantumzyme. And if you want to also work at Quantumzyme, then your training begins at Biotechnica, and there is a tunnel which takes you through right from our training sessions to a job in Quantumzyme, to an internship in Quantumzyme. So what are you waiting for? The link is shared on the screen as well as in the chat box. Please go ahead, enroll yourself. The next batch will start in February. You can still enroll. And then we can always place you in March, which is 1st March is the next date which we have received. So that's all from our side. We will pause here. Any last words from our panelists before we close? Over to you, sir.
Yeah. I when I was browsing through many of the questions, right, they're all asking what is the scope, what can be done, or what is the future, and so on. I believe, not just bioinformatics or biotech or any other industry.
Right.
Okay, I don't think it is about that particular subject, and
Right.
that is one of the most important learnings that you will have here as an intern. That it is about your dedication, hard work, commitment, and
Right.
of course, an added important aspect as you're in the scientific community, you also need to have very good communication.
Very true.
And all of those is the first thing that will make a good impression and will also make a difference between a highly talented and skilled person and an average person. So you can still be an average and you can still excel, provided you have these other qualities, which are also very, very important. And it's not that you have to be very smart, you have to crack either gate or any other exams or anything like that. It is that you're able to communicate, articulate, and you are dedicated and committed. So
Right.
all of these are the qualities that we also expect anybody who's with Quantumzyme, be it as an industrial training person or an intern or an employee, because that is what will make a big difference to the company.
Of
And
course.
as a small growing company, uh, we need to nurture uh, our organization. And to do that, sometimes you have to really break certain barriers. And
True.
I don't have to tell you, Sabhyata, Ankita, and many more in the team, many times they haven't gone home. And
Right.
sometimes they have gone home at 10:30, 11, and then they have started working again.
Hmm.
It is not because somebody told them to. It is their commitment. And that's what happens to all of us. We
Right.
take calls, we have US clients, we take calls at 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, and so on and so forth. And I
Right.
can say no. You can also say no. But those are the qualities that will help you shape yourself. That's all. Here, even at Quantumzyme, when you're doing your industrial training program, nobody will say stay back and stay till 9 or anything like that. But I think you
It's
only have to look at yourself. And the same answer applies to even those who are asking, I'm MSc botany, fourth semester, what I can do, or I've done genetics, or I have stopped bioinformatics in between and now I want to get back. It is the same thing,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Because by the end of the day, any person, especially in a company setting, we don't always look for heroes. I keep telling to my team, there was the World Cup where Germany won continuously 2 times. And there
Right.
was on the other side, there was Messi, Maradona, all of these guys were there.
Hmm.
But it is about teamwork. It's
True.
working together, being part of the team. And that's something that you will not learn remotely. And those are the things that you do here when you're here learning as an intern, as a trainee. And you should just love it. And we love what we do as well, and we love sharing information and helping and supporting and teaching, because we're all scientists deep inside.
Of course. Of course. That was quite insightful. Dr. Ankita, would you like to add something? Last lines?
Yeah, okay. With my experience, I just would like to give you insider tips. So, as you are in your rising phase of career, so before you jump into some big studies like PhD or start your career, consider trying internship in a real job, because this internship give you a chance to see like how things really work, and you will learn that whatever you have learned in your college or your school, you can clearly apply all those skills in this real world. And most importantly, you will get a right pathway, like whether it is suitable for you or not. So please consider trying this internship in a real job. So it is basically the whether it is a academy or industry, the key is to just explore, learn, and find out the path that align to your expertise, your values, your passion. So yeah, it's at the end of the day, each whatever thing you select for your career goal, it is unique and there is no one fit for everyone. So it is just your choice. So yeah,
No one
this
size fits all. Very
yeah.
well said. Well said, Dr. Ankita. Savita, last lines from you because you are the person who has gone through all the rigorous training. Over to you.
So I think Naveen sir and Ankita have summed it up well. So definitely internship is going to help. At least it has helped me to grow in my career and help me to find my interest, my a path that I want to follow.
Right.
So yes, definitely with if you approach any internship with great interest, I think it'll be a really success and you'll really find a path for yourself.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's really insightful, Savita. Thank you so much. So, audience, we have run out of time. Last concluding lines from me. Remember that every company in this universe is out there to create a dent in the universe. And now that they are looking for talent who will help them create that dent. Now, at the same time, when you make your passion as your profession, that's how you grow in your career, your life. And that's what you saw three passionate panelists with me today who told you how important it is to pursue your internship. Somewhere you have to get started. So why not today? Why not with Biotechnica? Why not with Quantumzyme? If bioinformatics is what interests you, if bioinformatics, computers, biology, and the merger of these two is what excites you, then I think this is the right time to get started. The more you delay, the more it will be like someone else took away the fruits which was sowed. The tree was sowed for you, but someone else took the fruits from you, right? So, like Dr. Ankita said, no one size fits all, but then you have to try all the sizes to find out which size will fit you, right? And Quantumzyme opportunity is one in a million opportunity which will definitely help you find out which size will fit you, because you will be working in an industrial setup on something which you like and love, which is bioinformatics. And then finally, you will be able to explore the industrial realms of your subject. With all these lines, thank you so much for joining. And thank you, panelists. Thank you, Naveen sir, Dr.
Thank
Ankita, and Savita for joining us for this insightful session. I hope our audience has learned a lot today. So, see you guys soon as a Quantumzyme intern, well trained at Biotechnica. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.
you.
Bye. Good night.
Okay, bye bye, good night.